What's up? Chill Critic here and welcome to my channel. Today we're diving into Young Justice Season 1. Whether you're a longtime fan or just getting into the series, we're going to break down the major events and key moments from the first season in hopes you'll watch it for yourself or go give it another chance. So grab a seat and let's get started. Young Justice is, debatably, one of the best things DC has done with their universe, and many fans of the franchise haven't been kept up to date. The show's release schedule was rather hectic. Produced 2 seasons, off for 7 years, produced 2 seasons, now off again. Today we will talk about Season 1, with the other seasons to come at a later date. Spoiler warning. Now Season 1 begins with Robin, who comes off as a witty and cocky teen, Aqualad, the tactical leader type, Kid Flash, the funny person who seems to not have a filter, and finally, Speedy, or known later as Red Arrow, whose #1 goal is to fight alongside the Justice League. But when he's not given that opportunity, he leaves. Through the first few episodes, the team grows with the additions of Superboy, Artemis, and Miss Martian. Superboy is a genetic clone, created by the Light, to replace Superman if anything were to happen to him. Artemis has a past that gets explained through the first season, and Miss Martian is from Mars like her uncle, Martian Manhunter, though her story is covered in mystery. These youth are brought together to form a covert team that operates under the Justice League's oversight. The League, at first, doesn't trust them to go on major missions against their enemies, and the Light, a covert organization formed by Vandal Savage to shape the world's future, so these young heroes have to show they've got what it takes. At first, it's obvious Robin wants to be this team's leader like Batman with the Justice League. But throughout the season, Robin undergoes a revelation, and we see his unwillingness to lead. Robin's story is told with episode 24 named Performance, where we join Robin and most of the team as they go undercover to locate a thief hidden at a circus. This very circus is where Robin's parents were murdered, and this episode really shows Robin's character to its brightest potential. In episode 20 called Cold-Hearted, we follow Kid Flash as he is forced to take a heart across the country to save a patient in record speeds while the Justice League, and the rest of the young group, is dealing with a larger threat. Throughout the episode we see he doesn't want to follow through with his mission and would rather be fighting evil. But in his character-defining moment, we see his true heroism, and it's truly an awesome episode. In episode 8 we follow Aqualad as he is having a tough time adjusting to his new life, and he requests time to go back to Atlantis. There we see he left his family, friends, and education to pursue his dream of being Aquaman's protege. He wants to ask his friend and crush, Tula, to come with him, but we find out she is with his other friend, and he realizes time has moved on without him, and he returns to the surface. Shortly after this, the team must face another obstacle of trust when team leadership is worried about a potential traitor among them that nearly breaks the team apart. Characters grow and overcome difficulties as a team and as individuals. For example, Episode 9, titled Bereft, has us lost in a desert without our memories of the last few months thanks to an enforcer for the Light, which was before this team was formed. Throughout the episode we see how each character interacts with their teammates, without even knowing they're friends. Finally Miss Martian comes in and saves the day, and we see her finally feel comfortable with the team. Throughout the season we see her grow with her into her place on the team, and with her new family. In episode 21 called Image, Miss Martian is facing a defining moment as she faces her greatest secret being revealed, her true appearance. During this episode we find out who inspired her Earth form, and what she will do to prevent her secret from getting out. Superboy joined the team with anger and confusion, as his primary role was to replace Superman and to be a weapon designed to bend Earth's will to the light. Throughout the season he grows with the help of Miss Martian, and they develop a relationship because of it. Episode 12, titled Homefront, shows Artemis' development with the team and fills in her story some, but she still has doubters saying she is the traitor. While episodes 14, when they're promoted to fighting the Injustice League, and 16, when they have to step up and fill the roles of the Justice League from an alien invasion, show us how important these moments of character growth and team bonding is, as episode 16 called Failsafe shows that this team is close and more like a family as more and more tragedies keep building and they have to rise to the challenger, or die trying. Ultimately, we learn it was a training exercise that got out of hand when Miss Martian used her psychic abilities to take control of the simulation. This is when we learn her true power and what she is capable of. Because of this event, we learn some of the biggest motivations and fears the team has. Near the end of the season, the young members, particularly Superboy, Miss Martian, and Artemis, revealed their secrets, that Superboy shares half of his genetic makeup with Lex Luthor, Superman's greatest enemy and a member of the Light, while Artemis is the sister of Cheshire and daughter of Sportsmaster, both enforcers for the Light, and Miss Martian her true looks. They shared their secrets because they were facing a situation where trust was crucial to overcome the threat, as they were being manipulated and targeted individually by villains who knew their deepest secrets, forcing them to rely on each other for support and to strategize effectively against their enemies. While in the background of these episodes we see the Justice League members putting a vote to new League members. Now this all culminates in the finale episode being revealed that the traitor on their team, that's been rumored all season, is actually Red Arrow, who was cloned years ago. His mission was to infiltrate and dismember the League from within. To do this, Red Arrow was given brainwashing nanotech and forced to do this against his will. The team eventually finds out and must save him from his programming and face their greatest challenge to date: their mentors and teammates in a fight for their lives. One of the biggest themes of Young Justice Season 1 is the struggle for recognition and trust. The team is constantly proving that they're not just sidekicks. They can handle things on their own, even if the world doesn't believe in them yet. In the end, they prove their worth not just to the Justice League, but to themselves. It's a season full of growth, betrayal, love, and lots of action-packed moments. If you haven't seen it yet, or even if it's been a while, it's definitely worth revisiting. There's a few scenes where you grit your teeth and cringe, but if you like shows like Invincible or Generator Rex, this is a show you need to try. I personally think this is one of the best animated series of all time. I rate Season 1 of Young Justice an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. See ya.